Armor in War Thunder has always been kinda goofy, especially if you've hung around my channel a little bit. You know that some crazy stuff happens in this game. And again, I have for y'all today some of the weirdest, most ridiculous interactions I've seen in War Thunder, and why they happen. But first for you guys here, I have this situation. I shot the M24 in the turret, where I should have destroyed it in one shot, but instead it gave me a non-pen and returned no damage. I was also using an M24 with the M61 shot, which is a very common shell, and it is the best shell that it carries in my opinion, and it is also the shell that is used on the Sherman. However, where I hit it should have been a weak spot in real life and in game. I hit it right here. As you can see in protection analysis, the shell just kinda despawns, whereas literally everywhere else on the tank, including in these spots, it is shown that it should pen. Except right here, see it says 38mm penetration not possible. This is because Volumetric is misunderstanding what this area of the tank means. What's happening here is that Volumetric is actually looking at this piece of plating, which is only about 30mm thick, and it's acting as if you're hitting it at a 90-degree angle, so you're literally sliding the round down this thing. And according to the game, yes, that should actually be a ricochet, because anything fired at like a 90-degree angle is a ricochet. However, what that should do in real life, if anything, is deflect the round into this part of the tank. It should not actually decrease the penetration power much at all. It might shear it slightly, but the round is still going to go through and do something like this. That is not correctly modeled in War Thunder, so instead you get this weird instance where the shell just kind of despawns, as you see here. This is a common problem across the entire game, and can be seen at all battle ratings. Tanks like the T-44 are particularly notorious for this. As you can see by the armor plating and how it's designed, what should happen is all of this should be a weak spot, honestly. But instead what happens is it takes this, and kind of multiplies them to where you get 400mm of armor here. That is why sometimes when you shoot a T-44 or a T-34 in the turret, you get non-pens where you should definitely get a pen, such as with tanks like the T-29 for instance. Again, in Gaijin's defense, this is a pretty good system because it allows them to create armor systems for quite a lot of tanks and mix them together in ways that normally they would not. However, there are serious issues that occasionally will lead to quite frustrating moments. Be sure to subscribe for more.